Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and I have a new Breath of the Wild discussion video. This is about Hyrule's chosen hero, Link, and his changes in Breath of the Wild. Because as we know, the Legend of Zelda's main protagonist has always been Link, but we know him as the hero in green, with the Hylian shield and the Master Sword, while also sporting the pointy green hat. But in Breath of the Wild, there seems to be some alterations, mainly the fact that the hero is no longer the hero in green, but is the hero in blue. And as Breath of the Wild's theme seems to be blue, with the Sheikah aura surrounding all of Hyrule from its towers and structures, we see a lot of blue covering Hyrule, as well as Link's attire, Zelda's attire, and the three races, the Rito, the Goron, and the Zora, wearing the blue scarves. Clearly, blue is a very important color within the game. So it would make sense in why the hero is in blue instead of green this time around. But the question is, who is this blue hero? All we know is that he is awoken in the Tower of Resurrection after being asleep for 100 years with no recollection of his past, and that he is destined to save Hyrule from Calamity Ganon. But what happened 100 years prior? I mean, how is Link the destined one to save Hyrule from Calamity Ganon? We know none of that. We have no idea how Link figured out his destiny, because in other Zelda games, we usually are there from the start of Link's adventure, and you know, from where he overcomes whatever evil. Now he figures out his destiny as the hero of Hyrule, and him overcoming everything at hand. But in Breath of the Wild, we miss out on all of that and must remember everything that has happened before, which is really weird because it's like, we're not going to experience everything Link has experienced for the first time. Instead, we're going to be re-experiencing it, or at least re-remembering it whenever Link does re-remember all of his past during the Calamity Ganon War. Because, yeah, this Link that existed 100 years prior in the Calamity Ganon War was a renowned hero. He was known for the hero of Hyrule. I mean, he was the one that was meant to stop Calamity Ganon, but sadly was stopped in his tracks, most likely due to the Sheikah, because the Sheikah deployed the Guardians and ended up, you know, having the Guardians being taken over by Calamity Ganon, resulting in them becoming evil and most likely killing Link. So maybe if the Sheikah never deployed the Guardians, Link would have been able to end Calamity Ganon, save Hyrule, and all of this would have never happened. Maybe Link would have never died, but maybe because of the Sheikah's doing, Link was killed off, and now he has to have a second chance in the beginning of Breath of the Wild to do what he couldn't do before. But what I want to get into is, who was this Link beforehand? How did Link become the hero? How did Link reach to the point where he reached before he was killed off? Like, what happened? And yeah, pretty much what is this Link? Because this is a Link that is dressed in blue, unlike every other Link, and he actually wears the champion shirt, which is known that in ancient Hyrule that this garment was only worn by those who earned the respect of the Hylian royal family. And clearly Link has earned the respect because he is with royalty itself. He's with freaking the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda, and he's helping her you know, defeat Calamity Ganon, and is overall on an adventure with her, because we see him and her throughout trailers, you know, going places together and overall traveling together. So clearly Link is very close with Zelda, and yes, he clearly has done something 100 years prior to let Zelda know that he is the chosen one. Also obtain the Master Sword, because we see Link in the past with the Master Sword, but we've never played a Zelda game where Link already had the Master Sword. Granted, in Breath of the Wild they set it up to where we need to rediscover the Master Sword again, but the Link we're playing as has already discovered the Master Sword without us seeing it, unless this is somehow a Link from a previous Zelda game, and we're going to continue that adventure 100 years after he failed in the Calamity Ganon War. But I highly doubt that, because what I see is that this was a Link that we never got to experience his adventure prior, but we're gonna play after he was known as a renowned hero and a veteran in, you know, saving Hyrule pretty much, because that is what Link was known as. But Yeah, in Breath of the Wild, it's like we're starting a new leaf, but at the same time, he has so much history. Now, you could say that's pretty much how every Zelda game is, because Link is essentially a reincarnation of the previous hero's spirit, so it's kind of like the same Link being passed on in some sort of bloodline or just in the spirit. It's always going to be the same Link, but this time, it's not even that. It's like Link has had a whole adventure in his current lifetime, lost his life for 100 years, and now came back. And there's a lot of things we need to piece together. Like, how did Link get the Master Sword? Why does the champion shirt have the Master Sword on it? I mean, clearly when Link earned it, he must have either had the Master Sword or is known as Hyrule's hero, to where he is the wielder of the Blade of Evil's Bane, because yeah, his shirt literally represents the Master Sword, indicating that he is the wielder. I mean, we see him wield it too, so it works. You know, it looks really sick with Link with the Master Sword as well as the champion's shirt. But yeah, just in general, there's a lot to speculate because we're missing out on a lot of details. Now, in Breath of the Wild, hopefully we'll be able to figure out all of these details through past memories or flashbacks or cutscenes, because we've seen a lot of cutscenes within the trailers with Link without his Sheikah Slate, indicating that this is, you know, back within the 100 years prior. So that means a lot has happened, including Link meeting the 3 different races, the companions, that will be helping him out with the blue scarves. And yeah, Link has just generally been around, and I mean, he's had a relationship with the Great Deku Tree, because when Link re-meets the Great Deku Tree 100 years after and relocates the Master Sword where Zelda left it for him after he most likely was killed off, the Great Deku Tree tells him that, you know, from the look on Link's face, that he has no idea who he is, and that he, you know, should hopefully learn or know what happened 100 years prior. And hopefully Link will learn that, because I mean, in the trailer they do say that Link will learn it, of course. So we're gonna figure out. It's not gonna be a mystery, and that'd be weird if the game left it a mystery. But yeah, it's crazy to think about, because this is a hero in blue who has had a whole adventure prior to our adventure in Breath of the Wild, and it definitely makes you wonder what it was. Now, I really don't think it was a prior Zelda game. I just think it was an adventure that we might discover in the same game, but I just think it's a really weird concept that Nintendo's doing, because yeah, every single Zelda game we play, usually Link starts off discovering his adventure, discovering his destiny. All of that, you know, comes in with us. You know, we're playing it with Link, we're discovering it with Link, but instead in Breath of the Wild, there's just so much that has happened that we have no idea, and we're supposed to somehow piece the puzzle together. We're as clueless as Link, but we didn't really get to experience it at all. So yeah, overall, still just a very interesting thing, and I just thought I'd make this video, quick video, to get your guys' opinions of what do you guys think of this new hero in blue, the hero who won't be in green. I mean, maybe we'll figure out the hero's tunic later within Breath of the Wild. It would be nice to receive, and it would make sense. I mean, we can already swap various different armors, so why wouldn't Nintendo have the hero's tunic as a, you know, full set that you can wear? Plus, I mean, it's the hero's tunic, like, it's meant for the hero, and if Link is a descendant of the hero, then he should wear it at one point. Even though he has a champion shirt, that's cool and all, and I actually really like Link's redesign and how he looks in Breath of the Wild. But, you know, I would like to feel nostalgic and see Link in the green getup in Breath of the Wild's amazing graphics. Like, that would be really nice, so hopefully we do get that. But yeah, so as we know so far, and to kind of run this up, that in Breath of the Wild we are playing as a known hero that probably just died in his adventure, but that could be the fault of his allies, because, you know, with the Sheikah deploying the Guardians, it could just be the fact that Sheikah wanted to help, but Calamity Ganon kind of ruined that whole thing and made, instead of the Sheikah helping, they weren't helping, they were just making it worse. So yeah, that is crazy to think about, but that would make sense in why Link died, because we know Link is destined to defeat, you know, whatever evil is at hand. He is the light of Hyrule. Why would he fail at one point? It must be because the Sheikah meddled in fate. Like, it was supposed to be Link destroying Calamity Ganon and the Sheikah. You know, they wanted to play the role of the hero. That was the biggest mistake, their biggest downfall that they could ever do, because that ended up killing their actual one and only, hope that they had, which was the hero of Hyrule. So, yeah, overall, seems pretty tragic, and the backstory for Breath of the Wild seems so amazing. I can't wait until we finally uncover it. It's literally 20 days, or I want to say 19 days now, until Breath of the Wild, so we are so close, guys. I hope you guys are very excited, and overall, let me know what you guys think on how we're going to be able to figure out Link's past, and what you guys think about the hero in Blue in general. It would be really cool, and I've had some of you guys suggest the fact that maybe to discover our memories, we play through portions of the past, like we have to play through small sections instead of just watching the cutscenes. Or maybe since we've seen a memory log type thing where you can see all the cutscenes, maybe every time you find a cutscene you can rewatch it. Maybe how you find the cutscenes could be the white flower that we see on the game's logo. Because I remember pointing that out and saying it might be something important, and a lot of you guys told me that it could be really important, maybe could lead to Link rediscovering his memory. Maybe each flower he finds that, looks just like the one on the logo and the one that Zelda interacts with, and the ones that surround the Master Sword's pedestal. I mean, clearly these flowers seem to be important. They're on the logo, Zelda interacts with it, they're surrounding the Master Sword. Yeah, so maybe as Link picks him up, he gets like this crazy flashback all of a sudden just by picking up the flower, and then he sees what happened, and it helps him recover and re-jog some of his lost memory. That could also be a theory. I'm just kind of spin out some of the theories I heard from you guys and some of mine. So yeah, overall, I just love making these discussion videos to hear what else you guys have to say. And, it's just overall really fun to talk about this game and to keep hyping it up, because, yeah, the game is almost out. That's all I can honestly think about. So, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Let me know what you want me to talk about in another video, and also what you think of, what I talked about in this video. Anyways, I've been ZeldaMaster. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!